For the very latest news from Thailand, this is the Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. If you could like and subscribe, well, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. Some say it was inevitable, but the Pheu Thai party has announced that their favourite candidate for the prime ministerial position is none other than former Prime Minister Thaksin's daughter, Paetongtarn Shinawatra. If her nomination is approved, the baton is passed for the fourth time in the Shinawatra family relay, seeing her as the second female to take the position after Thaksin's sister Yingluck. 37, no ministerial experience, but with the backup of her father's direction and support, many are commenting in Thai media that this was maybe a planned approach, following the departure of Kun Thavasin, who was relieved of duty this week by the Constitutional Court. Others proposed Kun Nitsiri, a 75-year-old former Justice Minister and Attorney General, who could have come with a wealth of experience. But, according to Thai media, in the past it said that he had links to proposals for amendments which could have contradicted Thai law, along with allegedly false rumours that his health might be an issue, something he strenuously denied. Thanking all for her nomination, Ms. Shinawatra is quoted again in Thai media as saying that her father had prime ministerial experience and was ready to advise her. It's also predicted that she'll possibly state that this is a position thrust on her through necessity. Now, with former Move Forward MPs in abundance, the People's Party leader said that it will lead the opposition as the biggest party in Parliament and will not back the current coalition. This as all nominations for Prime Minister have to be voted on, now by Parliament alone and not as previously including the Senate. In other news, Her Royal Highness Princess Maha Chakriti Sirindhorn, known in Thailand as the Princess Angel and sister to His Majesty the King, is visiting Vietnam this week to support a project that aims to enhance the quality of life for youngsters there, and this is just a part of Her Royal Highness's effort to support youth and the future generations within Asia. A Chinese-on-Chinese armed robbery is reported from Pathum Thani, where an armed gang is said to have forced a fellow countryman to arrange a transfer of $2 million to their account. It seems that the gang waited as his family back in China made the transfer, before ripping out CCTV equipment and fleeing. Meanwhile, in the south of Thailand, a Songkhla Court of Appeal has sentenced 5 of a group of 7 to death for involvement in the demise of a Malaysian businessman back in 2015. The other 2 getaway drivers saw their sentences reduced to life imprisonment. The motive, we're told, was 120 million bahts worth of debt. All of the gang were hired to help an unnamed Mr. Big. And good news for Thailand's youth, as extensive education programs on sexual well-being, especially for females, has seen the number of teenagers giving birth reduced by half in a period of 13 years. The Public Health Ministry made the announcement and confirmed that today's rate for 15 to 19-year-olds is just 21 in 1,000. This as they set a new goal of less than 15 per 1,000 by the year 2027, which would be on par with the US and UK. Meanwhile at home, and Pattaya Police set up more checkpoints this week to stop and inspect bikes ridden by Kuwaiti so-called tourists who actually live here, and following complaints from locals of their behaviour, noise and dangerous riding. The checkpoints yesterday followed the complaints that listed revving up, noisy exhausts, honking horns, doing wheelies and generally riding in a dangerous manner. With 20 bikes held due to faulty exhausts and others unable to show legal driving licences, the rental company owners were hauled from their beds, with orders to report to the police station and explain the exhaust modification and how they came to rent without licences. Haier, the Chinese electronics and home appliance company, is setting up a 10 billion baht production centre here in Thailand, which will supply the local market with Thai-built units and at the same time export to other nations. As demand for air conditioners grows in Asia, seeing more and more switching from hot fans, the operation is to be located in our own region of Chonburi and will offer training and work to locals, whilst it's expected to see an influx of labour from around the country. Planned to be up and running within a year, they also announced expansion plans for the next 3 years to make it the largest air conditioning manufacturing base in Southeast Asia, creating an estimated 3,000 new jobs. And with the Met Office promising highs today of 33 degrees dropping down to 27, but the real feel of over 40 for the next 3 days, amid the promise of a couple of thunderstorms and otherwise humid days with clouds. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or program, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.